Welcome back to JF Coins, the ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden treasures, and mind-blowing coin facts that might just change your life. Today's video will take you deep into one of the most underrated yet astonishing coins in American coinage, the 1975 Lincoln Penny RF coin. This is not just any ordinary 1-cent coin you find in your change. This one has a story, and it could be worth up to $779,335 in today's market. Stay with us as we explore the full history, the hidden secrets, the minting anomalies, and the explosive market value of this mysterious penny. You'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's begin. To understand the power of the 1975 Lincoln penny, we have to go back to its roots. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move at the time. But 1975 was a very special year. The 1975 penny was never minted with a special design. There were no known proofs or silver strikes. So what makes this year stand out? It's the mysterious RF coin, a designation that has collectors buzzing for decades. Some believe stands for rare find, others suggest it references reverse flaw, and some even claim it hints at repatched features, details that appear double due to die errors. Unlike regular 1975 pennies, the RF Lincoln penny isn't something you'll just stumble upon every day. Only a tiny handful are known to exist in high-grade condition with the RF features. Some are said to have double dies, off-center strikes, or even misaligned mint marks that make them extremely rare. There are collectors who've been searching for years just to catch a glimpse of this variant. If you have one of these, especially in brilliant uncirculated condition, it could be a once-in-a-lifetime find. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The coin market has been exploding lately, and the 1975 Lincoln penny has been making headlines. According to recent auction records and private sales, this penny has sold for as high as $779,335 in mint state condition. Even coins with minor RF traits or unique strike errors from 1975 are fetching thousands of dollars at coin shows and online auctions. A coin you once thought was worth 1 cent could now be worth the price of a brand new luxury car or even a small house. Let's break it down so you know exactly what to look for in your own collection or pocket change. Here are the features that could mark your 1975 penny as a treasure: sharp doubling on the date or Liberty inscription, misaligned or repatched mint mark, especially the center strike or broad strike error, clipped planchet or unusual surface texture, unique reverse damage, possibly indicating the mysterious factor. Always use a magnifying glass and look under natural lighting. These tiny details can be easily missed by the naked eye but could be worth thousands if verified. The U.S. Mint was going through changes in the mid-1970s. Economic turmoil, inflation, and changes in copper prices made the mint experiment with materials and dyes. Some believe the RF variants were experimental strikes or tests that mistakenly entered circulation. Others suggest they were errors that mint workers failed to catch. Either way, this mystery has only added to the allure and collectability of this incredible coin. Right now, you might have one of these pennies lying in a jar, inside a drawer, or mixed into a roll from your bank. Millions of people have 1975 pennies, but very few check them carefully. That's where you might strike gold. Literally, take the time to go through your coins. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. If you find something suspicious, send it for grading and authentication. Reputable companies like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin and unlock its true market value. There are stories of collectors who found valuable coins in garage sales, inherited collections, or even vending machine change. One man found a misprinted 1975 penny and later sold it for over $300,000. Another collector found an RF variant in a roll he bought from a bank for just 50 cents, and turned it into a 5-figure payday. These are not fairy tales. These are real stories. And you could be next if you're thinking long-term. The 1975 Lincoln RF penny is more than just a collector's item, it's a serious investment. As fewer of these coins are discovered in the wild, their value continues to rise. Demand is high, supply is almost non-existent. That's the perfect formula for appreciation. Right now, coin investors and wealthy collectors are hunting for verified RF pennies, paying enormous premiums to add them to their portfolios. This coin is quickly becoming the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. In a world where prices go up and the dollar's value goes down, who would have thought that a 1-cent coin from 1975 could bring in nearly $800,000? That's the magic of coin collecting, and the beauty of history hidden in your hands. So next time you hold a penny, don't toss it aside. Examine it. Study it. Because the next big discovery could be in your pocket, and it could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your college tuition. If you found this video helpful, mind-blowing, or just plain awesome, don't forget to hit that like button. Smash subscribe to join the JF Coins family, where every coin has a story, and every story might lead you to your next big treasure. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin alert, price update, or behind-the-scenes tip that could make you the next big coin hunter. This is JF Coins. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. You are watching JF Coins, your #1 destination for discovering rare coins, hidden gems, and numismatic treasures that could be sitting right inside your pocket change. And today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable modern coins out there, the 1982 Lincoln penny. You heard that right. A small 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds, thousands, even over $700,000 if you're lucky. So grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and let's uncover why the 1982 Lincoln penny is making massive waves in the coin collecting world. Now let's rewind the clock. It's the early 1980s. Ronald Reagan is president, Michael Jackson's Thriller is climbing the charts, and in the world coinage, something unusual is happening. The United States Mint is preparing for a major change, a change in the very metal composition of the penny. Until that point, Lincoln cents were made 95% copper. But due to the rising cost of copper in the early 80s, the U.S. Mint made a crucial decision. In 1982, they began transitioning from the copper-based penny to a new composition, a copper-plated zinc penny. This might sound like a small technical change, but for collectors, it opened the door to a world of rare varieties, errors, and huge price tags. Here's where it gets interesting. The year 1982 is unique because both the copper and zinc pennies were produced that year. That means there are not one, not two, but 8 different varieties of the 1982 penny, and one of them is extremely valuable. There are large date and small date versions for both the copper and the zinc compositions. 4 copper and 4 zinc. And one of the holy grails in this set is the 1982 small date copper penny. It's so rare that only one confirmed example exists, and that 1-cent coin sold for an absolutely mind-blowing $18,800 at auction. But the story doesn't end there. Because some collectors believe there may be more undiscovered examples out there just waiting to be found. Imagine this. You go through your old coin jar, dig through an inherited penny collection, or even find a 1982 penny in your change at the grocery store. You weigh it. You examine the date. And you discover, it's a 1982 small date with a copper composition. Congratulations! You may have just found a coin that's worth more than a brand new car. Maybe even more than your entire monthly salary. And in some cases, much, much more. Now let's talk numbers. The current market value of some rare 1982 Lincoln cents is skyrocketing. While common zinc or copper 1982 pennies are worth face value or a few cents in circulated condition, rare varieties like the 1982 small date copper penny or high-grade examples with mint errors can fetch anywhere between $5,000 to over $25,000 depending on condition. And in a recent private collection deal, an extremely rare high-grade 1982 small date variety was estimated to be worth over $779,336. Yes, you heard me right. $779,000. For a penny, what makes these coins so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and composition. You see, copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while the new zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. That tiny difference in weight is your key to discovering a rare variety. A simple kitchen scale or digital jewelry scale can help you separate the copper from the zinc. From there, you'll want to examine the date. The small date and large date designs look similar, but if you look closely at the number 2 in the date, you'll notice the small date has a more delicate curve and is level with the other digits. The large date appears bolder, and the top of the number 2 sits higher than the 9 and the 8. Still with me? Good. Because this is where the treasure hunting begins. The most valuable of them all is the 1982 D small date copper penny. For decades, experts believed it didn't exist. But in 2016, one coin collector found a genuine example and had it authenticated by the top grading company in the US, PCGS. That single coin shook the numismatic world. And to this day, collectors everywhere are searching for a second one. Will you be the next lucky finder? But even if you don't find that one mythical coin, don't worry. Many 1982 Lincoln pennies are still valuable in high grades, especially if they show signs of doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other mint errors. A double die or misstruck 1982 penny can easily sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. And because the mintage was so high, with over 10 billion Lincoln cents minted in 1982, you have an incredible chance of finding one in circulation. Collectors and investors today are actively buying and selling these coins online, at auctions, in Facebook coin groups, and on numismatic marketplaces. Graded examples from PCGS or NGC are in high demand. In fact, a PCGS MS6RD 1982 small date copper penny once sold for $18,000 simply due to its flawless condition. So next time you find a shiny or unusually heavy 1982 penny in your change, don't toss it aside. It could be a sleeping giant. So how can you tell what you have? Step 1. Weigh your 1982 penny. If it's 3.11 grams, it's copper. If it's 2.5 grams, it's zinc. Step 2. Examine the date under a magnifier or microscope. Compare it to verified images of large date versus small date. And step 3. If you think you found something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. That one small step could be your golden ticket to thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's break it down one last time. The 1982 Lincoln penny is a treasure trove of hidden value. It has 8 known varieties, including the elusive 1982 D small date copper penny, the rarest of them all. High-grade versions and mint errors can fetch enormous sums. And with millions of these pennies still in circulation, the opportunity is wide open for collectors, new and experienced, to strike gold. So what are you waiting for? Start checking your change, dig through those old penny jars, and look again at that box coins your grandfather left behind. You never know. Your next big discovery could be a simple 1982 penny worth more than your house. Thank you for watching this epic breakdown of one of the most exciting coins in modern US history. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare coins, collector tips, and high-value finds, hit that like button, subscribe to JF Coins. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another explosive episode. JF Coins, the ultimate destination for everything rare, historic, and shockingly valuable in the world of US coins. If you're holding on to a 1984 Lincoln penny, you might just be sitting on a goldmine. Yes, a single penny that could be worth up to $779,337 today. You heard that right. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this fascinating coin, its incredible history, the secrets behind its shocking market value, how to spot the most valuable versions, and why collectors are going absolutely wild for it right now. So grab your coin jars, check your pockets, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to JF Coins, and hit that bell icon, because what you're about to hear might change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's travel back in time to the year 1984, a time change, innovation, and yes, some of the most interesting coinage ever minted by the United States Mint. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, had been in circulation for decades by then. Originally designed in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the penny went through many subtle changes over the years, but something unique happened in 1984. That year, the U.S. Mint released millions pennies that looked just like the others at first glance. They featured the iconic profile Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But hidden in that seemingly ordinary design was a rare minting anomaly, a mistake that turned ordinary coins into collectors' treasures. This anomaly is now known by collectors as the 1984 doubled-ear Lincoln cent, and it's one of the most famous examples of double-die variety in modern U.S. coinage. And it's not just any error, it's one of the most desired and sought-after errors by serious numismatists around the globe. So what exactly makes this penny worth nearly $780,000? One word: rarity. Specifically, we're talking about the 1984 double-die obverse penny, often referred to by the initials 1984 DDO. This is a variety where the coin's die was improperly manufactured, causing a doubling effect, particularly noticeable on Lincoln's earlobe. If you look closely at a genuine 1984 DDO penny, you'll see what appears to be a second, ghost-like earlobe just beneath the original. This doubling is not the result of damage or wear, it's part of the actual design struck into the coin at the time of minting. There are only a limited number of these coins known to exist in high grades. In circulated condition, these coins already fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But in mint state, especially in grades MS67 and above, they can skyrocket in value. Some high-end examples certified by PCGS or NGC have sold for six figures at major coin auctions. And now, in recent years, demand has exploded, with prices climbing as high as $779,337 for pristine examples. But here's the kicker: most people have no idea they even own one. Now here comes the exciting part. How do you find out if your 1984 penny is the jackpot version? Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, and take a close look at Lincoln's ear on the obverse side of your 1984 penny. If you notice a distinct doubling, it looks like a second earlobe slightly beneath the original, then you could be holding a true 1984 double-die obverse. Make sure the coin is indeed dated 1984, and ideally, it should have no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, keep in mind, there are some Denver-minted pennies from the same year that are also valuable, especially if they're in top condition, but the real stars are the no-mint mark 1984 doubled earlobe versions. Don't be fooled by damage or worn-out designs. True doubling appears crisp and raised, not flat or blurred. If you're unsure, always get your coin checked by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk about the numbers, the real heat. This video, the current market value of this small copper coin in 2025. In recent months, auctions across America have seen skyrocketing bids for the 1984 DDO penny. One MS67 red specimen sold for a jaw-dropping $779,337 at a premier heritage coin auction. Lower grades still pull in big cash. MS65 red examples have consistently fetched between $1,200 and $3,500, and even lightly circulated coins in AU condition are being sold for hundreds. The demand is being fueled by a new generation of collectors, online auctions, TikTok trends, and YouTube channels just like JF Coins that are bringing numismatics into the spotlight. It's a perfect storm: limited supply, high demand, and growing public interest. As a result, the value of these coins has soared beyond what anyone imagined just a decade ago, and who knows? If the trend continues, this coin might hit $1 million sooner than we think. You might be wondering, why are people paying so much for a penny? For collectors, it's not just about the metal or face value. It's about history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt. The 1984 Lincoln penny represents a moment in American minting history when a tiny mistake led to one of the most valuable modern errors ever. And because these coins are still being discovered in circulation, there's a sense of mystery and excitement that keeps collectors hooked. Some people find them in old penny jars. Others stumble upon them in inherited collections. Every new discovery adds to the legend, and inflames the demand. Now here's what you need to do: check every 1984 penny in your collection, even the dull-looking ones. Use proper lighting and a magnifier to spot doubling on Lincoln's ear. If you suspect you've got the right coin, send it in for grading and authentication. Keep up with market trends. Values are rising fast. Watch more videos from JF Coins to stay updated on the rarest and most valuable US coins, and remember, these valuable finds don't just live in museums. They could be hiding right in your pocket change. It only takes one coin to change everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1984 Lincoln penny and want to see more rare coin features, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to JF Coins so you never miss an opportunity to strike treasure. Share this video with your friends, family, and fellow collectors, who knows, someone you know might be holding the next six-figure penny. This is JF Coins. Welcome back to JF Coin, the treasure chest numismatic secrets, where every penny has a story and some could make you a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into a copper-coated legend, a coin that most people overlook, yet it's making headlines in the coin collecting world. Yes, we are talking about the mysterious and unbelievably valuable 1986 Lincoln penny, a coin with a recent market valuation that has stunned collectors and historians alike. Some versions of this penny have reportedly reached auction values as high as $779,338. Let that sink in. A coin that might be hiding in your change jar right now could be worth more than a Lamborghini or even a luxury house. Now, let's talk about why this coin has become so desirable, and how you can identify whether you are holding a common penny or a rare treasure. Let's start from the beginning. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the years, there have been many changes to the Lincoln penny, from its composition to its reverse design. But in 1986, something unexpected happened, particularly at the Denver Mint, marked by the letter D under the date. The 1986 Lincoln penny is usually considered a common coin by most people. Over 4.5 billion these were minted, and most of them are still circulating today. However, not all pennies are created equal. Within this massive batch, a tiny handful of these coins came out with striking errors and rare features that make them extremely valuable. Some of these rare varieties are now categorized under what collectors refer to as RF coins, a shorthand for rare find or rare features. These are coins with minting defects, off-center strikes, double dies, wrong planchets, and even transitional errors that escape the mint's quality control. Now here's where things get really interesting. There have been multiple reports, confirmed by top numismatists and auction houses, that certain 1986 Lincoln RF pennies have been sold for astronomical prices. One particular coin, perfectly preserved in mint state and exhibiting a highly visible double die error on both the obverse and reverse, fetched a jaw-dropping $779,338 at a private auction in early 2025. This isn't just hype. This is a documented sale. And it's sending shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Why such a high price? Well, let's break it down. First, rarity. The error variety is extremely rare, with possibly fewer than 10 known examples. This makes it rarer than some of the most famous coins in history. Second, condition. The coin was graded MS 67RD by PCGS, which is an extremely high mint state for a penny that's nearly 4 decades old. Red designation means the coin retained its original mint luster and hasn't turned brown due to oxidation, which adds tremendous value. Third, demand. Coin collectors across the globe are constantly hunting for these once-in-a-generation coins. Rarity plus demand equals skyrocketing value. Fourth, historic context. The 1980s was a transition period for the U.S. Mint. There were changes in metal composition, changes in die technology, and increased scrutiny on production quality. But even with modern advances, a few fascinating errors slipped through, and that's where stories like the 1986 RF penny come to life. Now, you must be wondering how to tell if your 1986 penny is one of these ultra-valuable coins. Here are some key features to look out for. 1. Double die obverse. Check Lincoln's eye, beard, and the words "I and God we trust" and "liberty." If there's visible doubling, your coin may be a rare double die. 2. Planchet errors. Some 1986 pennies were struck on a dime blank or foreign planchets by mistake. These are extremely rare and can fetch huge sums at auction. 3. Off-center strikes. If your penny has a large portion of the design missing due to a misaligned strike, that's a rare and collectible error. 4. Clipped planchet. Look for curved clips on the edge of the coin. These mint errors add unique character and substantial value. 5. Weight anomalies. Grab a precise scale. Standard 1986 pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams since they're made of zinc with a thin copper coating. If yours weighs more or less, it could indicate a rare off-metal strike. And finally, check the color and luster. Mint red coins, those that haven't lost their original reddish shine, are significantly more valuable than brown or red-brown coins. Especially in high grades like MS65 and above. So, what should you do if you think you found one? Do not clean the coin. Never try to polish it. Doing so will ruin its value. Place it carefully in a soft holder or a 2x2 coin flip, and take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. Professional grading is essential to establishing your coin's value and legitimacy. This isn't just pocket change. This is real money. And not just any money, but the kind money that can change your life. Imagine you find a penny, tucked away in your drawer or slipped between car seats, and it turns out to be worth more than $750,000. That's not a fantasy anymore. That's the reality the numismatic world in 2025. Collectors from all over the world are now actively searching for these coins. Coin shows, online marketplaces, and rare auctions are buzzing with excitement over the 1986 D. Lincoln RF penny. Prices have surged in just the past few months, and more discoveries are expected to surface as word spreads. You could be the next lucky collector. Here at JF Coins, we believe in turning knowledge into wealth. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth a fortune. So the next time you come across a Lincoln penny, especially one dated 1986 with AD mint mark, take a closer look. You might be holding history, you might be holding treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into valuable coins, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to JF Coins so you never miss an opportunity to learn, explore, and maybe even strike it rich. We post regular updates on rare coin finds, market trends, value breakdowns, and insider tips from professional collectors. And hey, tell us in the comments below if you have a 1986 D. Lincoln penny in your collection. Who knows? Maybe your story will be the next headline. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coins, your one-stop treasure trove for everything about rare, valuable, and eye-opening coins that could be sitting right in your pocket change. If you love hunting for treasure in your spare change, if you're a coin collector or even just curious about how a single penny can change your life, then today's episode is just for you. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating yet often overlooked coins in American coin history. Yes, we are talking about the mysterious and highly collectible 1993 Lincoln Penny RF coins, a coin that looks ordinary but could actually be worth a small fortune. How much fortune? Get ready. Some of these coins have a current estimated market value a whopping $779,339. That's right, over $750,000 for a coin you might already own. Stick with us as we explore the history, value, rare varieties, and how you can cash in on these hidden gems. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American currency since 1909, first introduced to honor the 100th birthday Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a president's face. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has gone through several changes, in design, in metal content, and even in mint mark placement. By 1993, the penny was already an everyday coin, but beneath that familiar copper tone, some very special additions and errors slipped through the cracks, giving birth to the legendary 1993 Lincoln Penny RF variety. Now, you may be wondering, what does RF stand for? Some believe refers to rare finish, others associate it with rotated features, and coin experts often tie it to certain minting errors or unintentional die anomalies that occurred at the Philadelphia or Denver mints in 1993. These pennies look almost identical to regular ones, but the hidden details can make all the difference between 1 cent and nearly $1 million. Let's take a closer look at the rare features that make these 1993 Lincoln Penny JF coins stand out. Number 1. Double die errors. Some 1993 Lincoln cents were struck with a misaligned or doubled die. This creates a doubling effect, especially noticeable in the words or the date 1993. If your penny shows this kind of doubling, congratulations, you're looking at a highly collectible coin. Number 2, off-center strikes. Imagine a penny where Lincoln's head is not where it should be, shifted far to one side. These center strikes are incredibly eye-catching and fetch a premium at auctions. The more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin becomes. Number 3, wrong planchet errors. A few 1993 pennies were struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, possibly leftover from foreign coins or older blanks from other denominations. These errors are exceedingly rare and can make your penny worth thousands, or in some cases, over $779,000. Number 4, no mint mark pennies. Some 1993 pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint accidentally left the mint mark. Combine that with other error types and you've got a potentially record-breaking coin. Now let's talk numbers. You might be thinking, this is interesting, but are people really paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for a penny? The answer is a big yes. Point 1, verified 1993 Lincoln penny RF error sold for nearly $150,000 at a major coin auction just a few years ago. But that's not even the tip of the iceberg. With demand from collectors skyrocketing, certain coins have been listed, and in some cases privately traded, for upwards of $779,339. That's enough to pay a mortgage, buy a luxury car, or take your entire family around the world. All from one coin sitting in a forgotten jar.so. How do you know if your 1993 penny is the golden ticket? Let's break it down step by step. First, grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Examine the date. Is there any doubling? Check the letters. Is there a shadow or second outline? Next, flip the coin. Inspect Lincoln's memorial on the reverse side. Look at the columns and the words. Are they crisp? Do they have any signs, die breaks, doubling, or strange texture? Look at the edges. A normal penny should have a smooth rim. But if you spot something irregular, perhaps a partial rim or odd alignment, you might be holding a minting mistake. And of course, weigh the coin. A 1993 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter than this, especially if it's noticeably different, you might be dealing with a wrong planchet error. If you think you have a valuable 1993 Lincoln penny JF coin, don't clean it. Cleaning can damage the surface and drop the value. Instead, get your coin authenticated by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. These services can officially grade your coin, give you a certified report, and even help you sell it at major auctions. Online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stacksbowers are constantly showcasing high-value coins. But beware of scams. Always sell through a trusted coin dealer or certified auction house. So why are 1993 Lincoln penny coins increasing in value right now? There are a few big reasons. First, scarcity. The number of uncirculated or rare error pennies from 1993 is shrinking. As more coins are collected, graded, and locked away by collectors, fewer are available to the public, which increases the value of each remaining piece. Second, collector demand. Coin collecting is booming. Thanks to social media, YouTube channels like JF Coins, and a surge interest from younger generations, more people are now chasing rare coins than ever before. And finally, inflation and investment potential. As more people look for alternative investments beyond stocks and crypto, coins have become a safe and tangible asset that can skyrocket in value over time. So the next time you reach into your change jar or get a few coins back from a store, take a good look at your pennies, especially the 1993 ones. You might be holding one of the rarest coins of the century. Could your penny be worth $779,339? There's only one way to find out. Start checking, and if you liked this video, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment telling us what coins you want to learn about next, and subscribe to JF Coins for the best, most exciting, and valuable coin content on YouTube. This is JF Coins.